Yo, 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 Sorely B in the place to be, and this is all of the secrets of J. Paul revealed now. Number 1. J. Paul was my friend at school. Yes, that's right. I met J. Paul when I was at school, 16 years old. We was just hanging out. I didn't know J. Paul was J. Paul. I just know he was J. We jammed. Number 2. J. Paul is sick at drums. When I say sick, I mean epic. So we had a little jam because I played bass, and we went to like the music studio in my college, and he was doing some funky stuff. So yeah, he's a funky drummer, and he used to play drums for his older brother's indie band, and I went to see them play at a venue. I think it was called the Good Ship in London, North London, Islington, and Jay rocked it out and on the drums. He's a funky drummer. Number 3. J. Paul's favourite artist is Aphex Twin. Aphex Twin, if you haven't heard him, is a very experimental musician from the 90s. He made crazy computer music, and he didn't play by any of the rules. So if you listen to Aphex Twin, maybe you'll hear elements of J. Paul's style coming through in the way that he sounds. He likes to play with sounds, you know. He doesn't just pick the first synth that comes along. He like manipulates the sound, and he puts the parts in, places the parts carefully, and like, yeah, anyway, I can't explain. Number 3, Aphex Twin. J. Paul's favourite artist is Aphex Twin. Aphex Twin is an experimental musician from the 90s, and he plays very weird eclectic stuff and plays around with noises, sounds, samples. If you listen to Aphex Twin, you might hear elements of... No, if you listen to J. Paul, you might hear elements of Aphex Twin in his music. Now, one time, I actually went to see Aphex Twin with me, J. Paul, and Frankie, and like, I got totally drunk, and I don't even know if I saw Aphex Twin, but we had a good night out anyway, and yeah. J. Paul. Number 4. J. Paul is a straight up artist. He was in my art class, and he didn't just do what the teachers told him to do. He did what he wanted to do, and that just happened to be in an art situation, pencil drawings. He just wanted to sit there and do these like little tiny pencil drawings, and the teachers had to adapt around him. And so I guess if you relate that to the music, J. Paul has an uncompromised style. He does it his own way, in his own time, and like has his own style, and this is what people are attracted to. Number 5. J. Paul is an introvert. He's not outspoken. He just keeps himself to himself. You know, he has friends. He's a likable guy, but you know, you have to come up and chat to him. He's just playing it cool, you know. In the playground, he's just playing it cool, you know. He keeps himself to himself. He's a quiet guy, and you can see that in his music. Like, he doesn't come out into the public, you know. He just keeps in the shadows, but you can't see any pictures, and he just does his music. He does his thing. He does his art. He's an introvert. Number 6. J. Paul is heavily inspired by his brother's passion for music. He played drums in their indie band, and I don't know them at all, but I feel they are really passionate about music, die-hard musicians, and I think this rubs off on Jay. Number 7, among other people, J. Paul was influenced by me, because at college I used to come up to him and show him all my stupid tunes that I would make. I would make beats. I had my own style. I was experimental. They were trippy, weird. I play around with samples and always come out with something unique. And I gave a lot of love to my music. And every time I saw him, I'd be like, yo, check my new tune that I made today. And I think that inspired him to just like do his own thing, you know. Genuinely, like, I'm not just saying that, like, because I'm not saying, like, because I was obviously influenced by other people, by the music around me and stuff like that, and he's obviously influenced by all these other things, but I just feel like I influenced him. Just saying. I'm just saying. Take what you like from it. Just saying. Number 8. J. Paul taught me about drop D. I don't know many tricks on the guitar, but one trick I learned was this sort of chord patterning, and J. Paul taught it to me. 9. I was the middleman for J. Paul getting signed, because, okay, number 1, J. Paul was my friend. Okay, so number 2, my brother was signed to XL Records. So at the time, my brother was getting label interest from various labels, and I was telling my brother about J. Paul, and I'm pretty convinced that my brother passed on J. Paul to XL. Now, it was the time of the MySpace bans, so a lot of bands got big on MySpace. J. Paul was one of them, but also Bombay Bicycle Club, Cajun Dance Party, Calvin Harris, Adele, people like that. So number 10, J. Paul was famous because of MySpace. Number 11, me and J. Paul went at... Number 12, me and J. Paul and Frankie went to see Aphex Twin live. I drank a lot of vodka, so I can't really remember much, but I'm pretty sure, like, I didn't see Aphex Twin. No one was really sure if he actually played. Number 13, I went to a party and J. Paul was there, and it was quite a fun party. Number 14, J. Paul came to my house one time. Now, I don't really remember what happened. I think I introduced him to my brother, but also I remember he was on the staircase.